Hey guys, welcome to Gunpla TV. We are on episode 284 and I'm your host, Lindsay.
That's right.
And this is my co-host, Todd. I'm just kidding. You're
Welcome
the actual
back,
host
everybody.
of the show. I'm only here most of the time.
Yeah, sometimes it does switch. We have Scott that comes sometimes, and now we have David that fills in sometimes when everyone's busy. So
anyways,
everyone
we've
changes,
got another
except I'm always here. Now that Sid's gone, I'm always... Yeah, I guess if there's no Todd, there's no Gunpla TV.
Todd, you're not allowed to break your arm or get sick ever again.
Right? No, break another leg, I hope.
No, arm. You can come in with the leg broken, but if you break
if
your
I break
arm, you
I
can't
can't
build any kit.
That would be kind of fun. Maybe I could use my mouth somehow, be like...
Please don't.
Or build it with my toes, you know?
Be very careful.
Alright, I'll try not to. Yeah, I've never broken an arm yet, I think, so... There's still time. But anyway, Gunpla. Let's talk Gunpla.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
We don't have just Gunpla today, though.
No, we got a bunch... Well, I mean, there is one other thing that is not Gunpla, but we had a bunch of HG kits come in, and a lot of people were kind of excited for this one, because finally we have an Altron in HG, although this isn't the official Wing Gundam Ultron. This is a Build Divers take, parts have been changed. So who knows? Maybe someday we'll get a regular Wing Gundam version of the Ultron in HG scale. Now that they have this kit, so
yeah, Wing was so popular. I'm surprised we haven't seen more. Like, why did it take so long for the Leo to get an HG release?
Right. Well, I mean, that was because of Build Divers too. The only reason we ever got that was because of Build Divers.
But now we have like two versions of the Leon.
We got the original Wing version.
Did I call it Leon?
Leon?
Did I say Leon? I meant to say Leo.
I don't think so. I think it was Leo.
I don't know what I was thinking. Anyways, we've also got this guy.
That's
the GM
right.
Guard Custom.
An Origin kit. It feels like it's been a little while since we've had an Origin kit.
Yeah, actually, I was just thinking that as well, looking at this packaging.
I really like his blue and white colors. I think that looks rather spacey and futuristic. And this kit is kind of fun. I've kind of been wanting to do these on Gunpla TV just because I've actually built these for myself.
Oh, really?
Because I've liked these kits, and they're kind of fun. They're a bit easier to do than Gundam kits. Usually it's always like the break off with your hand type of build, what do they call that? Construction. But
no
I
tools
still
required.
use nippers. I still use nippers. I just like to make a little bit cleaner cut if I can with a really thin nipper.
And
but
guess
these are
what?
fun.
You can make the ship look as though it's soaring through the air.
Yeah, it's got some pretty cool gimmicks, and they usually come with like a wavy waterline type base. But
this one's a flying ship, so it comes with cloud parts.
Okay.
Anyways, but yeah, we do get a lot of the One Piece kits as well.
Right, we did
several versions.
We did that
of
Tony the Chopper also on Gunpla TV. I
forget sometimes though that Bandai has the One Piece license.
Right, they don't come out with these kits too often. So.
They used to be much more frequent, but
yeah, back in the day, it's kind of slowed down. I guess maybe they've run out of different ships to do. I mean, I tried watching the show, and I only got up to episode like 200.
Wait! Did you watch it in English or Japanese?
No, it's in Japanese with subtitles, and that's kind of.
I mean, the English one is hilarious because of all the edits they make.
It's just horrible.
Well, you can't show on children's shows people smoking, right?
Oh, okay.
So Sanji's cigarette is replaced by a lollipop, which is easy enough to do because he doesn't take it out of his mouth very often. But when he does, it's got a red lollipop
ball
on
at the end.
But there's another character, and this is so funny. I show this to everyone, like in Japan, who's a fan of One Piece. So one character has a huge cigar, right?
Oh, okay.
And
what was that?
They can't really
Smokey. I forget his name. Is that his name? Like too? It's like Smokey.
I don't remember, but they can't replace that with something so simple.
Right.
So instead, they just deleted it. So he's just got his mouth open the whole time, and there's smoke coming out of his mouth. Anyways, it was so funny. If you haven't seen it, go look up, what is it, 4Kids One Piece clips.
Oh gosh.
It's great. And the characters, can't have guns either for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know why. I guess because they tried to aim it towards a much younger audience. And so I think in Yu-Gi-Oh they had the handguns. Like they literally did this. But
just their fingers.
I can't remember what they did in One Piece. Anyways, sorry, I'm way off topic.
But yeah,
good times.
One Piece models are here too. All right, but also as far as models, so we just did 2 episodes ago. We had the cross silhouette episode.
Yeah.
So we got 2 new cross silhouette items in. And I've been looking forward to the Zaku. So the Zaku is now here, as well as
the gray version.
Right, the dark gray cross silhouette frame. So now this is the frame that you're going to want to buy if you're going to do the Zaku, or if you're going to do the Nightingale, you'll need that darker frame for both of those kits. So these items are in. And as far as what we have built here,
oh, there they are.
We have the Galbaldy Rebake and the new version of the 00 Diver. So shall we take a quick look at those two kits?
Yep, let's do it.
Okay. All right, back again with some HG Build Divers kits, and this time we have rotating in front, it's the Gundam 00 Diver Ace, and this is Riku's mobile suit, I guess his name is. And turning around now, coming to the front, is the Galbaldy Rebake, KO1's mobile suit, I guess you would say. Now, all right, so let's take a look at the Galbaldy first, shall we? Since kind of this was the one that I was probably most looking forward to building and to seeing completed. I love bulky mobile suits, and this guy is big and he is bulky. Look at those legs. This guy does not skip leg day. And look at those nice, stable feet. They are not stilettos.
Check it out.
They're nice and flat, just beautiful. There you go.
Like, look, I can hold them by one leg.
Oh yeah, like there's
that.
my stiffness test that you can kind of hold him up. So yeah, he's pretty stable. Although I do kind of have one complaint as far as the movement and whatnot goes. In the middle of this kit, now I'm kind of afraid to do this on camera because if I do it, I'm going to have a hard time putting him back. Let me take this off for a second. This just comes off. This is actually his weapon. It sits on the butt there like so. But in his center section here, where there's a joint in the middle, and when you're trying to rotate this kit, I find that this just kind of pops off quite easily, like so. So you can see the ball joint, how they have the ball joint set up on here.
That's interesting.
So, I mean, we've seen this joint on the other stuff. I built the regular Galbaldy and it had the same joint before, but this guy's maybe a bit top heavy, so maybe that makes it a bit easier for it to pop off. So I just have kind of a little bit of trouble kind of getting this guy to pose when I'm working with that, because he just kind of flops in half, I should say. All right, but for shoulders, we do have a bit, he's got big bulky shoulders, but if you can see here on the top, whoops, there, as I was mentioning it just popped off again. The shoulders do pop out. So, I mean, he's got really bulky shoulder pads going, but since the shoulder joints kind of pop out there, you are able to get at least some kind of decent movement with these arms. He's not going to just completely stand there looking stiff. You can pose him quite a bit. The legs are a bit more of a problem, I should say. He's got this really kind of back skirt type of deal going, and that kind of really inhibits the movement as far as the legs, like how far back you can move them. They are double jointed knees, but you can't really do much with them.
Right, you can't take full advantage of it because of the back skirt. Right,
and another thing I kind of was wishy-washy on is the joint they have to connect this back leg piece is just that little tiny tab. So when you're moving him or when you're posing him around, that kind of pops off on me. But he looks really cool, doesn't he? Now look at this. This is actually a weapon. They call it the knuckle guard. So that's an interesting gimmick, an interesting weapon. It's a really kind of cheap and easy weapon on Bandai's part, but hey, it looks cool. He's got a really nice, cool-looking helmet.
Maybe he has soft hands.
Maybe he needs a little bit of extra protection. You can see the sticker for the mono eye. It's got a nice reflection going on there. A couple of stickers here for the markings on the shield and the shoulders as well. These little, I don't know what you call them, vents or whatnot. These are on joints and they can be posed and moved into different angles. He's got this really giant, what do they call this thing? This is like a giant, large caliber howitzer is the name. And this pops into his backpack and you can pose it up. And because he's got nice big feet, oh, there I did it again. Because he's got nice large big feet, he actually is able to stand with this thing on, like in the up position. So that is kind of cool. Let's talk about his other weapon. Whoops, I'm going to knock off the 00 as it comes around. It also comes with this weapon, which they are calling the hammer pliers. So this one, it's been a while since I've seen a weapon like this. It's like the designer for Iron-Blooded Orphans came back and designed a new weapon for Gundam. This is really reminded me of something we would see for Iron-Blooded Orphans, because we had something actually really similar in the Iron-Blooded Orphans series. So this one has the ability to open up like scissors or like pliers, but it also has a hammer and like a nice spike thing on the back as well. So that's a kind of really nifty, cool weapon. All right, so let's move on next to the 00 Diver really quickly here. So we saw actually, and let me bust this guy out. So I went and dug out this guy from the collection so we can compare the two side by side. So this is the original, let me see if I can move him into the center here. So this is the original Build Divers 00 Gundam thing. And you can see kind of where they are similar, like in the chest they are similar. The legs have changed a bit on the new ones. His helmet there is actually different as well. So on this version here, that red spot on the top is a sticker.
Oh.
But now on this new version, this is a clear part.
Fancy.
So that is quite fancy. But other than that, actually looking at it, the helmets look quite identical, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, the arms are definitely the biggest change.
Yes, the shoulders. Oh, he's going to pop off the leg. Yeah, the shoulders. So you notice here on the original version, you have the GM drives that plug into the shoulder blades here. But on this new version, he stores his weapons on the shoulders now. So you have these really cool looking swords. This is quite fancy. They call these, what were the name of these swords if I can remember? The GN Diver swords. All right, so we got some GN Diver swords as well, and you get this other spike too. Now you can remove this spike, and you can plug it into this gun to make it a bit different. Maybe I'll think about it if I want to do it. But another thing you can do is you'll notice the GN drive has gotten a bit flat. However, one of the options they do give you is if you want to remove this flat piece, you can replace it with the standard GN drive type thing on the shoulder if you want it to have it look more similar. So that is an option that they include for this kit. Another thing you'll notice is the backpack is quite changed. So we've got a brand new backpack and they're calling this what was the name for this backpack, I think? Didn't they have one, the Diver Ace unit? No, maybe not. Maybe I'm getting confused here, but yeah, the backpack has the ability to kind of like pose, and one option that they give you, if I can pop this open, there you go. All right, so this blade on the side of the backpack is able to open, and on the inside here, let me see if I can dig my finger, you have the ability to have the backpack open up, and you can pose it to have these kind of extra blades sticking out.
You were right, it is called the Diver Ace unit.
For the backpack. Okay, yep. I'm not losing it after all. So that's kind of cool. This 00 Gundam, for the new version of the 00 Gundam, he's got quite a lot of weapons, and he's got some interesting gimmicks, so it's kind of a cool kit. It looks really cool. When I built it, I really liked the look of all those weapons stacked up on the shoulders, so that's why I had him assembled that way right off the bat. Okay. Am I forgetting anything else? Of course, you get beam sabers. Yeah. You get beam sabers. Oh, you also get quite a few hand options. So you have a number of different hands to choose from. They also come with the extra white backhand part. So that is cool option. Cool beans. These are a really cool kit. These are all really cool kits. They're fun to build, and they look great. So I think I'm running out of time here.
Are you going to do the Higher Than Sky version?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to do that one and the other one that's coming out too.
So much Gundam.
There
so little
is,
time.
Right? So many kits to look forward to.
very much, Todd, for your review.
You bet.
Once again, we've got one of Todd's favorite bulky kits.
Right.
The thick kits.
I mean, you can't really move him around much, but he looks cool just standing there being all bulky, especially with that huge cannon poking off the side. I kind of want to buy like a second one just to get a second double cannon, maybe like put it on the other side so we can have like matching dual cannons.
But he's also got this huge hammer too, which I think
Isn't
is even
really
cooler.
Cool? Like that scissor type hammer axe weird thing that does. It's really cool. I loved it. I like it. I mean, you can't really move it around, but it looks cool, and that's what I like. Big suits with big feet.
Make a note, ladies. That's what he likes. All right, I've got some questions here, or comments, depending. The first one comes from In Zanglia, who said, "Thanks, Lindsay, for mentioning the anime Hina Matsuri. I'm really enjoying it. Can you guys please put up the link for that cool mirrored turntable you used during the close-up display of the Gunpla?" Meh on the Jagan. It just looks too dated for a new kit.
Okay. So, all right. So that turntable is actually Mr. Hobby's Mr. Turntable L. And this is available on our site. I believe it is actually currently in stock as well. So you can order if you want. A link will be provided below on this video.
I really like this one too. It's just big enough for like most 1/8 scale or 1/7 scale figures.
It's a bit larger than the other one that we have, and what I like is it's a bit more stable.
Yeah.
In the movement, like you see some of the turntables, they're kind of like jerky.
Yeah, and this one's battery operated, so you don't need to worry about being close to an outlet or anything.
Right. Yeah, we also have a solar turntable.
Yes, we got a solar one.
We can't really use that. So the Mr. Turntable, Mr. Hobby, GSI Krios, they make some great stuff.
Yep.
Okay, and the next one
from Guile. I'm not sure about the MG Jagan. It lacks details and gimmicks. Not even RE grade. It's weird. Maybe it was rushed, he says.
All right, so there was a lot of comments about that Jagan. I mean, I built it, and as far as like the actual build goes, I kind of liked it. But a lot of people didn't think it had enough gimmicks. A lot of people didn't think it had enough detail. A lot of people didn't think the weapons were really cool. So that was kind of a bit more controversial than I was maybe expecting. There were some comments about the color as well. People didn't like the color.
Somebody made a minty fresh gum comment. I'm sure you would have loved if you saw it.
Right. But
it was like MG Jagan, the fresh maker or something. Like Mentos.
Minty fresh.
Anyway.
I did love that color, but I think one thing to remember with this kit is they're kind of just making like the basic form that they can use to build off of to go back and make different versions of the Jagan.
That's true.
So we just kind of got like the most plain, basic anime looking version as the regular release.
You guys know how Bandai is. They're going to come out with like 5 other versions of this.
Right, at least 5.
Just like how you did the Phoenix. Right? And now we've got the gold-plated version up for sale.
Yes, all right. So yes, that's a good point too, and something else I wanted to mention.
And something we've talked about several times that I thought was hilarious. The ball. The hot ball. It was like...
You stole my thunder. I was going to say, like, of everything that just went up on the site, you know what I'm looking forward to most?
I knew it. I knew you would want to do the ball.
It's the hotto ball.
The hotto ball.
I mean, I do have some complaints.
Is a ball.
Right?
But they just took advantage of that
and they made it like the ball Gundam. So he's got the cannon on the head, and they gave him the arms. I'm kind of sad that the arms, like you can tell that they're like only one side is molded, the other side is just like empty holes. So it's a bit cheap. But then again, I mean, these Haro kits are kind of cheap to begin with.
Right? They're more like just to line up and look nice,
right? Not
really to pose or anything like that.
And you know, that's actually something, when the Haro came out, that was something that I had the idea of, and probably like a million other people out there had the same idea, as take the Haro, take an HG ball kit, and steal the gun, steal the arms, steal all the parts, and just make an HG Haro ball. That was something that I was going to build at some point. Maybe I still will, because that was still
your idea.
They stole my idea. But it's okay.
But yeah, anyways, I just thought it was funny because we've been talking about the ball several times. Like, we should do a PG ball or something.
We should? PG ball? That'd be kind of big.
Right.
But yes, I mean, you mentioned there was a gold-plated Phoenix. So I did the original Phoenix
a few weeks ago.
No, it was just a few weeks ago. And that had the injection-molded gold plastic. A lot of people aren't really fans of that color because it's kind of meh. I mean, I think for me it's okay, but The gold-plated stuff looks a lot better.
It's so shiny.
It's so shiny. So we're going to see if we can do that one. And another kit that I was really excited for is that Sinanju Stein.
Oh yes, that was my favorite one of the lineup. I mean, like the Hotto Ball was fun, but like the coolest one was that the white.
Yes, the Sinanju Stein, and it's not just the old HG Sinanju kit either. It looks like they've went in and they've re-engineered some of the joints, so he's going to have some better flexibility too. So, and I really love the Stein, the white version of Sinanju, and I've always kind of wanted an HG version of Stein. So I'm really excited. Not only do we get an HG Stein, but it's updated over the original HG Sinanju. So that's going to be really exciting to see. But
and the prototype versions of it kind of had a weathered look, like Bandai's photos, and I was like, that's so cool.
That does look pretty cool. Of course, once you get it out of the box, it won't look like that. These are always like pre-painted and CG type images.
As we mentioned with the Jiyan, you should just roll it around in the dirt, make it a little weathered.
And that'll look more detailed.
Just whack it on a few things, give it some scratches. Chips and scratches.
There you go. All right. It up. But yeah, there are some other new releases that came out as well. We didn't the biggest release was that high resolution.
Yes.
The high resolution ashtray. So. But of course, like other high-resolution kits, in the beginning it might be a bit hard to get, but pretty soon they make enough. And
so just keep watching our website because it's order stop right now.
It's order stop right now, but if we get more, then it'll become available again. And I mean, if you go back and if you look at the other two, high-resolution kits, the wing, originally the wing was hard to get, but now it's in stock on our site. Yes. And you can get that wing, as well as the Barbados. And actually, on our site as well, now there is the Barbados 6th form, which was an exclusive. Which was an exclusive
we
kit,
got it
but we managed
for you
to
guys.
somehow end up with some 6th form Barbados kits, high resolution. So if anyone out there is looking for the kit, they're available on the site.
Anyways, we've been rambling for a while. How about we announce the winner?
All right, so it is time for a new prize giveaway. And this week, the random number generator has chosen a high number for a change. Number 66.
Who is that?
And that would be Cybot. And Cybot writes, my car is pastel blue. Ford in the 70s XD. Probably don't have to read the XD.
I'm pretty sure that's a laughing face.
Right.
Smiling face.
Pastel blue, okay. That's a pretty nice color. You don't really see too many. Well, actually, here in Japan, like K cars tend to have really wacky colors sometimes.
There's a lot of unique colors in Japan.
Right. You don't see these colors really much in America, which, I mean, that's sad. I mean, that would be cool if, like, Ford were to do, like, a giant SUV in pastel blue.
Right.
But no, they're always like beige and white and black and silver.
Boring colors.
Boring colors and boring cars.
Anyway, so what are you building for us next week? Anyways, I think I forgot to ask that.
All right, so I will for sure do the Altron, and I'll have to take a look at the others. I mean, this will take like 2 seconds to throw together.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, that should be no problem at all. I don't know if I'll have enough time to get to this one, though. Did you want to build that one?
Actually, I'm glad you brought that up because I should mention it because some people have asked me before if I'm going to be building again.
Right.
I have a problem with my hands and they hurt, basically. It's hard for me to type or do other things
tasks
with my hands. So on the weekends or after work, I really need to rest.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys, but I will build when I can. But recently, it's been pretty bad.
Right.
So I'm sorry.
How about I build it and you talk about it?
Okay. I'm sorry, Todd.
No problem. And these. I mean, as I mentioned before, I've built a number of these one-piece ship kits, and they're really a snap to put together.
You know what? We should do a live build sometime.
A live build? It's been a while.
Just,
I mean,
because you can do these pretty quick.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think about that?
Right.
Does anyone want to see a live build?
You want to go back? Something simple that we can do in one episode, or
something
go back to the.
Let's start with something simple we could do in one episode.
Okay.
Because then that way,
it'd be really simple to do in one episode.
You could.
Or just the frame.
If we just let us know your opinions on that, and if we decide to do that, we'll let you know in advance when the air date is.
Okay. So.
But yeah. So the store credit.
Yes.
If you too would like to enter to win some sweet HLJ bonus store credit, all you gotta do is find this episode, which is number
284.
and post a comment in the comment section. You can comment to us on YouTube as well, but that will not enter you into the contest, so be careful.
That is correct. Okay, so good luck to everybody out there for the next episode. Who knows, maybe you will win. It never hurts to enter. It never hurts to post a comment.
Right.
I mean, just 2 seconds to post a comment and 2,000 yen. Maybe. Possibly. You never know.
Anyways, so that about does it for this episode.
I think so. Shall we tell them where else they can find us?
Yep. You can also find us on Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and links to all of those are on hlj.com. Come find us there.
Indeed. All right, everybody, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you again next week with some Ultron-y goodness and some other stuff. We'll have to see what can be finished in time. So, tune in again.
Yep. We'll see you next time.